the international community, mourning one of the luminaries of constitutional law and governance in this country. You know, in the legal profession we have people who have exceedingly surpassed the test of an ordinary lawyer or justice or judge, and in the league of their own. Those ones are called jurists. Kanyehamba has been one of the known jurists beyond the borders of Uganda, and we do celebrate him. And amongst jurists, they are also sages. Yes, sages of the law. Abrogating the constitution, we drag him to court. Indeed, he stood by his position and took Museveni to court, to the constitutional court. And he argued out the case from a wheelchair. That is Kanyehamba. In a special way, by his position, his firm stance in the 2006 case. That is Dr. Besigye versus Museveni, election petition number 1 of 2006, which was argued out in the Supreme Court. I was still a very young man at that time. I was one of the lawyers in that case. Supreme Court election petition number 1 of 2006. Dr. Besigye versus Museveni and the Electoral Commission. Kanyehamba was very instrumental, very assertive, and he took a decision which was unprecedented at that time to annul Museveni's election and direct there should be a fresh election. Never mind the history they had shared, the journey they had traveled together with Museveni. He took a firm position and said, no way. Museveni rigged the elections and elections must be nullified. That wouldn't be the issue because he was not alone. It was a 4-7-3 judgment. There were 4 in favor of upholding the election, and 3 who dissented, who were against the majority decision. The 4 were Odoki, Murenga, Katrebe, and Karokwa. The 3, Kanyehamba, Sekoko, and Justice Ode. Those were the 3 who dissented. But what makes Kanyehamba a unique character who stands out amongst the men is his maverick character as a judge. You know what he did in that case? He told the behind the scene events that led to the reversal of the earlier decision, which was in favor of annulling the election. He told the story, the untold story. He told it. He said, upon conclusion of the hearing of the case, judges normally go into what they call a judges' conference to decide which position they are taking. He tells us, and this is well documented, go and read The Blessings and Joy of Being Who You Are, written by Justice Kanyehamba. And on several occasions he has told this story. Intimidation, the what, and I think the last spanner in the wheel, according to Kanyehamba, then Odoki calls the conference and tells all the judges that yes, he respects the decision they are taken, but he had talked to the president and the army. They said they will not accept that decision. So are you ready for the consequences? That's what Odoki asked. Are you ready for the consequences? You deliver the decision, the rest is your business. Then one of them dropped the position he had taken. Now it goes back to 4 against 3. One of them again returned to the other side. So the final position now comes, the final straw came late in the night, again, when they were going to take a decision. That's when Mulenga calls Kanyehamba. May you so rest in eternity. Mulenga has his pastor. He calls Kanyehamba and said, my brother, I'm sorry I took you down in the valley and I abandoned you there. That marked the end of the story. So Mulenga threw the dice. It became 3 dissenting, 4 upward. And that's how we listen. But the story we are telling you about Kanyehamba, the kind of stance he took, the kind of position he took, the assertiveness. You know, he writes in defense of the abrasive character, the way he told off Odoki that please, I will not be bulldozed. And the fact that he followed his conscience. Initially he hadn't been convinced, but he wasn't just influenced by his colleague, but he took a cautious decision after reading the evidence and taking the appropriate decision. That is the man we celebrate. The illustrious career he has lived all of his life up to the last minute. On the progress, if at all there is any, and the actions we are taking. You recall the last time we appeared before court, they had tried to pursue an application to open Dr. Besigye and Besigye's phones so that they could access the data on those gadgets. And after a spirited fight that we took up, finally, our worship Nantege had to dismiss the application because obviously she had no jurisdiction after meeting Dr. Besigye. As we speak today, Dr. Besigye and Besigye have clocked 240 days on remand. 240 days. The Constitution is quite clear and very, very instructive. In Article 23, once you have clocked 280 days, rather 180 days, you're entitled to mandatory pay. You don't need to do this time. Once one has been on remand for a period of 180 days, you're entitled to mandatory pay. But there have been machinations and maneuvers within the justice system that have thwarted all these processes of getting paid. First of all, we take exception to those maneuvers, those machinations, the manipulations that have been going on in the criminal justice system to deny Dr. Besigye payment and obeyed it. Very, very unfortunate and regrettable. Secondly, we filed applications for bail. My brother, the Honorable Semujwa, has alluded to one which was before Comfort Kenya, which was dismissed without any justifiable reason. After the judge being convinced that actually Dr. Besigye and Besigye have satisfied all the conditions and requirements for grant of bail. But that notwithstanding, she denied their right, which is guaranteed under the Constitution. But now what is happening? We subsequently filed 2 applications. The head of the criminal division of the High Court, Justice Waguma, allocated these files to Justice Emmanuel. That's not true. The head of the criminal division of the High Court is called David Matovu. It's called David Matovu. Allocated the 2 files to